You know that feeling, right? You get a suspicious text or a call from a number you don't recognize. But what happens when the caller ID looks totally legit and the person on the other end sounds, well, official? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on these impersonation scams. We'll show you their playbook, the red flags you absolutely can't ignore, and exactly how to protect yourself.
Just imagine hearing those words. Your heart just drops into your stomach, right? This isn't some generic scam line. It's a direct, terrifying threat, and it's a real tactic that fraudsters use to spark instant panic and pressure you into making a huge mistake.
So how does a scammer get you to that point of total panic? Well, it all starts with a simple, completely unexpected phone call.
And our story today, which is based on a real report from the Waterloo Regional Police, starts with exactly that. A man is at home, his phone rings. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary at all.
Now, the person on the other end doesn't just say they're the police. Oh no, they introduce themselves as a specific, real fraud investigator. They're using a legitimate officer's name to build instant credibility and get your defenses to come way, way down.
And here's the kicker. This is the detail that makes the whole scam so believable. The man looks at his caller ID and what does he see? The official non-emergency number for the Waterloo Regional Police. The name checks out, the number looks real, so you gotta ask, how is this even possible?
Okay, this is where we get into the tech behind the trick. See, scammers have this incredibly powerful tool that makes these impersonations just frighteningly convincing. So let's break down exactly how they pull it off.
It all comes down to something called caller ID spoofing. Basically, it's a technology that lets a scammer, who could be anywhere on the planet, put on a digital mask. They can hide their real number and make any number they want appear on your phone screen, like the number for your bank, the CRA, or, yeah, the police.
And this is the core deception. Your screen is showing you a trusted name, a trusted number, but the reality is there's a criminal on the other end of the line. This is the single biggest reason why you can never ever trust your caller ID as proof of who someone is.
Okay, so if you can't trust the number on your screen, how in the world are you supposed to spot the scam? Well, you have to listen, really listen, to what they say and what they ask you to do. See, these fraudsters, they follow a script, and once you know their playbook, the red flags become glaringly obvious.
Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet. Remember, legitimate organizations will never ever call you out of the blue to ask for personal info. They will never threaten you with arrest. They'll never ask you to lie or help with some kind of secret investigation. And here's a huge one. They will never tell you to buy gift cards or transfer cryptocurrency. You know why? Because that money is virtually untraceable. If you hear any of these things, it's a 100% guaranteed scam. Period.
You know, that last point about remote access, it is so important. Why are scammers so pushy about getting into your computer? What is their real end game?
It's actually pretty simple. Once they're in, they can install nasty little programs that just harvest everything. It silently watches you type, it captures your keystrokes when you log into your bank, basically giving them direct access to drain your accounts and steal your identity.
And all of this is built on a really powerful psychological trick, manufactured panic. They create a fake emergency. Your accounts are about to be frozen, or there's a warrant out for your arrest, and they do it to override your logical thinking. They want you stressed out, because when we're stressed, we're much more likely to make mistakes.
Okay, enough about their tactics. Let's flip the script and talk about your power. Because believe it or not, you have all the control in these situations. Let's build your defense strategy right now.
It all starts with two simple, totally non-negotiable rules. First, never, ever, under any circumstances, give a stranger remote access to your phone or computer. And second, your banking login details and your passwords, they are for your eyes only. No exceptions.
Honestly, your single most powerful weapon against these guys is right here. You don't have to argue, you don't have to explain yourself, just hang up. That's it. Ending the conversation is your ultimate power move.
Let's make this super easy to remember. Just think. Hang up, verify, report. Step 1, hang up. Disconnect from the potential scammer immediately. Step 2, verify. Find the real number for your bank or the police on their actual website or on the back of your card, and you call them. And Step 3, report the attempt. This is how you help protect other people from falling into the same trap.
Now, what if you're watching this and you're getting that sinking feeling that you might have already fallen for one of these scams? Okay, first things first, do not panic and do not feel ashamed.
This happens to really smart people. What's important now is to act quickly.
The faster you move, the better your chances are of limiting the damage. Every single minute counts, so let's get right into the action plan.
Okay, you're going to follow these 4 steps right away. 1. Call your bank and your credit card companies. They can freeze your accounts to stop any more money from going out. 2. Change all of your passwords. Start with your email and banking, then move on to social media. 3. File a report with your local police. And 4. Report the scam to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Center. This helps them track these crimes on a national level.
Here are the numbers you're going to need. Now, beyond the police and the Anti-Fraud Center, it is absolutely critical to contact the credit bureaus. That's Equifax and TransUnion. You need to ask them to place a fraudulent on your file. This is a super important step that makes it much harder for scammers to open new credit cards or take out loans in your name.
And this might be the hardest step of all, but it's incredibly important. See, scammers, they thrive on the shame and silence of their victims. But by sharing your experience with friends, with family, you take that power away from them. You help arm your community against the exact same tricks.
And remember that tactic we talked about where scammers tell you to lie to the bank teller? That's because that teller is trained to spot these red flags. Always be honest with bank staff and with the police. They are your allies. They are there to protect you.
You know, at the end of the day, the biggest takeaway is really simple. Knowledge is power. Now that you know their playbook, you can see these scams for exactly what they are, a cheap trick. So the next time you get that unexpected urgent call, the question in your mind won't be, is this real? It'll be, how fast can I hit end call?